Yo, what's up everyone? Welcome back to another Warzone video on the channel. Today we're looking at some of the best ways you guys can make your console gaming experience much better when it comes to your visuals, which is, your graphics, the color, sharpness, things like that. We're gonna be touching up on a lot of ways you guys can make your game look close to PC. The way the game actually looks right off the bat is pretty gray. I don't really like it personally. Some of you guys might like it, but for those of you that want to change it, this is the video for you. So with it being said, I'm gonna go ahead and touch up on some things that you guys probably have access to. There are some things I have you guys might not have, so I'm gonna touch up on all of that, and I do have some other videos to go into deeper detail. I'll leave a link to that in the description if you guys actually want to check those videos out. But with it being said, let's go straight into my settings. All right, so if you guys do play console, you guys know we don't really have much of a graphics setting area. We know we got some safe air, some camera movement stuff. The only thing you can really play with when it comes to the way your game looks is your motion blur and then your your colorblind settings. Now personally for me, I don't like motion blur, so I leave those off. If you guys do want to have that on, that's up to you. Personally for me, it just makes me get like kind of motion sickness, so I just leave that off. If you guys go to interface, you guys can change your colorblind type. I have this personally on disabled. If you guys are wondering how I'm actually getting so much more color in my gameplay, I'll show you guys that in a second. But if you guys do want to try some other colorblind types, you guys can. Whichever one feels best for you guys, it brings you guys the most color. I heard Tritanopia, I think, is one of the best ones. If you guys are trying to get some more color. I haven't really tried any of the other ones that much, but when I did play before, I actually got some of the things I have now. I did use Tritanopia, and I think it's actually really good. So that's all personal preference right there. Let me know how you guys like these, if you guys like these at all. I personally, like I said, I don't really use them. I just stick with the regular colorblind type. But yeah, guys, that's basically all you can do on the PlayStation when it comes to making your game look much better. Everything else is actually outside of the PlayStation, and it's actually in some of your settings on your PlayStation as well as your monitor. So with it being said, I'm going to go on some of the settings and show you guys what you guys can do to make your color look much better. All right, guys, if you guys go to your settings of your PlayStation, this is a quick proof that I actually do play on the PS4. Go to your settings, go to sound and screen. You can go ahead and go over to your video output settings, and there are a couple of things you can actually do here. You have HDR, which is kind of only required if you have HDR TV. I don't have a HDR TV, so I can't really play with that too much. If you guys do have your RGB range on limited, I definitely recommend putting it on full. Sometimes it's on automatic. Putting it on full is going to give it much better color. I'll show you guys what it looks like right here. If I put it on limited, the color is going to look more wash. It's not going to really look that good. It's going to look kind of weird. If you put it on full, it's going to give it much more deeper colors and a more variety of colors. So that's actually one huge thing that I've actually not mentioned in any of my other videos, that I do actually use a full RGB range when it comes to my gameplay. Everything else I don't really have too much on. If you guys want to know my video output information, I play on a 60Hz monitor with 1920 1080p. That's usually the average console player's display. So I'm not using anything special here. I'm just using a regular TV, but therefore I'm getting like much better graphics. That's probably the only thing you can actually do in the PlayStation to make things look much better. You can play around with brightness as well if the game feels too dark for you, but you can actually play around with that in Warzone too. But the next thing I'm going to tell you guys about is your monitor. All right, guys, so the monitor or your TV, that's a really big one. All right, this is like probably the most powerful thing that can change the way your game looks. So if you guys do have a menu or some sort of settings on your TV, you actually can bump up the saturation or the sharpness or the brightness or gamma. You can actually customize it to make it look the way you want it to look. That's actually what I did on my BenQ monitor. Right here I have a BenQ 27-inch monitor, and in my BenQ monitor it actually has some settings. It has saturation, which is like color vibrance. It has sharpness, brightness, gamma. It has some other game modes if you guys want to change the way it feels. But I personally have turned up the saturation quite a bit, and I also have a Elgato which helps me out on the side. I'll get to that in a bit. But yeah, that's basically what I did guys. Like when I did this, it was a day and night difference, guys. The game looks so much more colorful. You can easily see people that's hiding in corners. There's like some rose skins just hiding around. It's a lot better and a much more pleasurable experience. If you guys are trying to make your game look better, I highly recommend you guys try some monitor settings out. Just go look up your TV's model, find out what settings it has. If you guys have your TV, if you guys can access it, go to your remote, go to your menu settings, picture settings, and just play around with some of the settings that it gives you, some of the options, because I guarantee you a lot of you guys have all those settings you guys can just bump up, and it's like super useful. But yeah, guys, with that being said, that's basically the only thing you guys do on the monitor and PlayStation. Everything else is basically outside or on PC. For those of you that don't know, I actually do record on a PC using a Elgato HD60S capture card, and with my Elgato HD60S, I can actually use that to also play around with some of the saturation settings as well, which doesn't really give it that much saturation as a monitor thing does, but it does give it some good saturation. If you guys are trying to do that, then I highly recommend you guys have an Elgato line around. you know, plug into your PC, you guys can get a lot of good color. I have a video already made for this. I went completely over everything that I did when it comes to the Elgato. So if you guys want to check that out, you guys can click the link right here. With that being said, that's basically all I have for you guys. This actually helps you guys out. Let me know in the comment section if this, you know, helps you out, if you guys learn something new. And with that being said, I have a little bit of gameplay for you guys. With that being said, if you guys enjoy the gameplay, peace, love, and understanding always. Let's go.
What? Right there.
Oh, I died too? No. Oh yeah, I positioned myself. There's two down in front of me. I got my kills, I think. Last guy down low. I killed all of these guys with that precision shot. I killed myself too though, but hey.
Let's go. Got him.
About me.
Oh, no,
why are you running in circles, my guy?
Now die.
You came back to me. You could have escaped. Yeah, I got you.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna.
Yet. I've got you.
I got you, baby.
Drop on the way. Allied UAV overhead. Hunt them.
Yeah, but he's going crazy. Drop down.
Gas inbound. Zone reloading. Ready for pickup. Enemy UAV active.
Worthless, dude.
Is there a kid up here? Over here. Bro, I'm dog water. Yeah, I guess we do actually. Also a dead man. Let me stim, let me stim, let me stim. Thank you, baby, thank you. Let me actually do what I'm trying to do here. Thank you. Reload, thank you. Move in. There was a kid in here. Pretty sure there's a kid in this building. Poor guy really wants his loot bag. Get on the rails. Get down rails.
UAV is out of fuel. Turning for respawn.
I'm getting hit. Bomb's coming.
I down one.
Oh, I see you guys. Frick.
That's all you do. I gotta push him to the other side.
Oh, I love this game.
Get to your safe zone. Gas is closing in. Gas moving in.
Where are these guys shooting from?
Oh, I see a guy right there.
Oh, I died.
Oh shoot, I think I'm dead. Yep, I know.
No survivors.
Oh, I was about to hold a beast. Oh my god. Please do not die. I know I suck at these games, but
What? I should.
Enemy UAV active.
Got me sighted.
Contact.
Oh, that's chalk. That's
oh,
no, man.
damn.
I know flashbang has a good position. Maybe or something. No way. No way. No, just run, just run, just run, just run.
Lollipop, good.
Use your PPSA.
Trying.
Don't aim, don't aim. It's a hit mark. You can hit him with the PPSA. Don't aim with it.
5 remain. Stay sharp.